Defense 18th in preventing total yardage. So that's the stat that tells you something's got to give in this game. Can the defense of Alabama hold up against a very good offensive Oklahoma State?
You like a good offensive unit against a good defense. Well, you got it right here, because Oklahoma State, both in the air and on the ground, can certainly get it done. But Alabama stingy on defense at 18th in the country.
There is Joe Kynes, the interim coach. He's the defensive coordinator for the team all year. Took over when Shula got fired, and will run this team. He would like to be the head coach at Alabama. A flat-out yes when we asked him that this week. No question about it. And that's why we put him on the list as one who's got an opportunity maybe to have that job. All right, we are ready to go. Alabama won the toss, so they declined. They will take it in the second half, so they'll be kicking off. You can see the breeze is blowing from right to left. Christensen, Jamie Christensen, a junior, he will be doing the kicking. And the wind is enough to affect certainly the kicking game and maybe even the passing game down on the field here early. Great to have you with us. The Independence Bowl is underway, and this kick will come down to the 6-yard line, where Jones will take it across the field. Up over the 10, good coverage. He will be down at the 13-yard line, and it is a first down and 10. Let's meet the offense.
What's going on, people? This is Bobby Reed, number 14 for the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Today I'm here to introduce the skill players. And for the skill players, you look out for number 12, Darius Bowman from Chattanooga, Tennessee. The man's a threat. And on the offensive line, we got number 75, Big Corey Head, a.k.a. the Big Slab. And that's all, folks.
Thank you very much. So much for that. 3 receivers set to that far side on the first down and 10. Remember, if they pass the ball here, they're going into the wind. And it will be serious right now down there in the field. Reed, who can also run it, fakes, comes near side. Little dump pass. Ooh, that could have been intercepted. Not a good decision right there, and the pass gets knocked down by Price Hall, and he knows he had a chance at it. Defensively, let's take a look.
I'm Jawan Simpson, linebacker from Decatur, Alabama for the Tide. Up front, got the bodyguards, anchored by the explosive Q-Dog Wallace Gilberry. We got head busters in the middle, textbook Terrence Jones at linebacker. In the back, we got the thieves in the back, anchored by the senior, the flashy, Bino Robinson.
And they come up to make the hit short of the 20-yard line. Only a 4-yard gain. That is Zach Robinson. Zach Robinson, who is the backup quarterback for this team, is also a noted runner when he's in there. So now he's in there as a runner.
Yeah, he's only played quarterback for about a year and a half, and he's played a lot of wide receiver throughout his prep career in high school at Littleton, Colorado. Very highly recruited kid, but can play both wide receiver as well behind Bobby Reed. So look for him throughout this ball game on reverses and getting the football to Zach Robinson in space.
So the first big third down play, third down at 5. Oklahoma State 45% during the season. In conversions, Alabama held the opponents to 33% and add another to that. The Alabama defense jumping around on their first series as Bowman, the wide receiver, was the intended. It'll go incomplete, and it'll bring up a 4th down and a punt.
Yeah, we talked about it. Just a stingy defense, ranked 18th in the entire country, 15th against the pass. So you're going to have to earn it. This high-scoring offense of Oklahoma State at 35 points a game, they're going to have to earn every yard against Alabama.
The punt's going to come back near the 5-yard line. Matt Fodge will be out there. He averages 46 yards. He's an outstanding kicker. His long this year is 72 yards. He's a sophomore. Puts the foot into it and just gets it away. Fair catch called for. It'll be taken at the 47-yard line, and the defense of Alabama strong. Arenas didn't have anywhere to go as he took that one in, so they'll take over. So a 3-and-out right away. And there is, I guess there's a flag. Yep, there is. It's a procedure call. Do they want him to punt it again?
Illegal formation against the kicking team. Penalties refused. It's first down.
And a good first coaching decision on the part of Joe Kynes, their interim head coach, because you got some great field position. You don't want to give the punter an opportunity to really hit one and drive it through this wind. All of a sudden, you wind up 5 to 10 yards back of where you have the football now. So excellent field position for Bama to start this drive.
Both of these teams have tried to up the tempo offensively as it's gone along. So you look for a lot of no huddle and a lot of fast action here offensively in this football game. As the start with 2 receivers set to the right side. Darby and McLean are both in there. They go out to the running back, Darby. Darby's going to be decked for a loss. He'll be back to the 44-yard line, loss of 4. Let's meet the offense.
Antoine Caldwell from Montgomery, Alabama, captain and center up front for the Tide. At the skill position, we got blazers and big playmakers. Up front, we got the silent assassins, and that's the Tide's offense.
And the Tide's offense this year, 75th in rushing among the 119 NCAA Division I teams, 245th in the passing game.
Oh, I love the nicknames by the players.
Aren't they amazing?
It's great.
Man, the way they come up with those. John Parker Wilson at quarterback. They want to try and run the football. They're not going to go anywhere. Oklahoma State, a fumble, and it may have been recovered. It is. Oklahoma State has taken over the football. State on the recovery as they fumble on the far side. Darby got caught in the backfield again and trying to move. He just held that football out, got stripped by Ryan McBean.
Yeah, Ryan McBean gets tremendous penetration up the field and helping out Martell Van Sant as well. And I tell you what, a junior college transfer, Ryan McBean from Hines Community College, but Van Sant is the guy that shows up first and forces the fumble.
Victor DeGrade is the one who fell on the loose football. First down and 10. Oklahoma State, great field position. They screen it to the near side. They're going to have the option pass. Looking back to the quarterback. It is picked up. No, incomplete, and there was room to run. So they tried to get it back to Bobby Reed after they went out into the flats. They threw back to the starting quarterback, but he had to scoop the ball off the grass. Right here, you watch.
And
No
you can
question.
see it kind of skip in there to Bobby Reed.
Seth Newton made the pass. That'll go as an incomplete pass. He threw it off the wrong foot. That was close. It brings up a second down. They're looking for the audible from the sideline here. Bobby Reed. So both of these teams offensively have come out with all kinds of the unusual big play attempts. That pass is also going to be buried in Mother Earth at the 25-yard line. Bowman was the intended receiver, and a flag is down on the play. Andre, we're seeing them going to their back pocket, pulling out some of these plays you usually keep till the fourth quarter.
Yeah, when we talked to Mike Gundy, he said there will be no bullets left in the holster when this one is over. So they're going to pull out all the stops, all the tricks, anything you can do to win this football game.
Ineligible
There is
downfield. Number 72 of the deep offense. That'll be a 5-yard penalty for the previous spot. Repeat, second down.
You can understand why these kind of penalties might come about with the plays we're being seen called here early in this game. Tough for the linemen to hold their position.
Yeah, it just looks like right now Bobby Reed kind of struggling a little bit. We've seen a couple of passes go into the turf, and watched him during warm-up. He's a guy that doesn't warm up with his shoulder pads on. I think that makes a world of difference in getting yourself off to a good start. You have to simulate as close to anything game speed-wise as you can. Certainly throwing in warm-up with your shoulder pads on helps you.
Keeps only one setback. That is Savage. Straight ahead with it. Not going to get back to the illegal line of scrimmage. You'll gain a couple of yards. And boy, these defenses for both of these teams have come to play. The tackle made by Jawan Simpson, who may be the fastest player in the Alabama team. Savage had nowhere to go.
A couple of transfers. Darius Bowman on the outside, but Dantrell Savage coming in from Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College has just been fabulous. Tweaked his knee early in camp and sat out the first couple of games and was just kind of limping. But boy, has he come on the latter stages of this season.
3rd and 13, 45% completion rate for Oklahoma State. Third down conversions. Alabama looking for the Woods on the near side split. They've got 3 receivers over here. The handoff will be carried down to the 30-yard line. Not enough for a first down. That is Savage. Dantrell Savage, who's had a bad knee all year long, a 2-year JUCO transfer, who's been their primary runner.
Yeah, it gets him just close enough where the old coaching decision comes in. 4th down and a short 2 here. A little windy here early to kick a long field goal. So Mike Gundy going to roll the dice early in this football game against a good Alabama defense.
So 4th down, short yardage. They converted 12 out of 18 on 4th downs during the year. They've got Savage and Johnson in the backfield. Probably a running play. Let's see if they stay that way with only one receiver split. They're going to take a timeout.
Yeah, just want to talk about it, think about it a little bit.
They hoped they were going to get maybe a call on Alabama for jumping and pick the first down up that way. Didn't get it, so Mike Gundy calls the guys over. Great to have you with us. It is the Petro Independence Bowl, Shreveport, Louisiana.
Lord, I'm talking about Walmart to be released, Miramonte Records is proud to introduce Danny Griego and his new album, Destination, including the up-and-coming hit, Walmart Girls. Be the first to get a sneak peek at WalmartGirlsSong.com.
100% American made. Walmart Girls.
Songs now available for download at WalmartGirlsSong.com.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. I hate to go and leave this pretty sight. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu.
Adieu, adieu to you and you and you.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye to the 2006 models with up to $3,000 cash back or visit Kia.com.
Gumdrop here. Let's clear something up. Up north, we make rocking horses and wooden trains. iPods, not so much. But if you just got an iPod, Radio Shack has loads of accessories, like headphones, speakers, FM transmitters, cool cases, many at 20 to 50% off. So, for iPod stuff, go to Radio Shack. If you need a new caboose for your train, I'll whittle you one.
All the stuff you need to go with all the stuff you got. Only at Radio Shack.
Introducing Envy from Verizon Wireless, a phone, camera, multimedia center with full keyboard for instant messaging, exclusively from Verizon Wireless.
The Rose Bowl game, presented by Citi, USC versus Michigan, New Year's Day on ABC.
They've had a chance to talk it over. Brandon Pettigrew will be towards the outside as a receiver. They've got the two running backs still on this fourth down now. Fourth down and 2. Oklahoma State in great field position here, but now they got to keep the football. That's Pettigrew comes back in motion to the far side. Long count again. Going to pass that way. Going to carry it. 30. Down to the 25. First down and driven out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Bobby Reed with a 9-yard gain before Robinson got him.
Boy, just a tremendous talent, both running and throwing the football. Bobby Reed, you see here, Mike Gundy going to go to his big-time quarterback, Bobby Reed. Put him on the outside and putting pressure on the defense on the edge. Hey, just keep the football, run it, get yourself out of bounds or down when you get the first down.
Reed carried more than any other runner for Oklahoma State this year, 109 carries as opposed to Savage, who had 107. He gets the first down at 10. Oklahoma State, remember, got this great field position off a fumble. Reed under pressure over the middle, caught at the 3 and down at the 2-yard line. And that tackle hurt. He got bent into a 21-yard gain. Walker's got it. Justin Walker, the tight end, who is a sophomore who's had injury problems this year. He made it a good catch.
Well, watch the eyes of Bobby Reed. That's how you defeat zone coverage, is with your eyes. And he gets the free safety, Marcus Carter, to move just enough to his left where he can float one over the top of the linebacker, Juwan Simpson, and into the hands of the tight end, Justin Walker.
He only had 5. That's only his 5th reception of the year because of injuries that have kept him out. And now here he is down on the field again. Marcus Carter put a real good hit along with Juwan Simpson. The two of them kind of did the high-low hit that time. Nothing intentionally meant as far as the injury is concerned, but it put him in a bad position. He got nailed right in the back on it.
Yeah, Marcus Carter actually coming off an injury of his own, was a walk-on at Alabama, now on scholarship, a junior player. Is coming off a knee and an ankle injury, and he is a good young player from a very small town, Fort Payne, Alabama, Fort Payne High School. We just hope that Justin Walker here is going to be able to get up, get himself off the field under his own power, and get back into this football game.
Doesn't look like it right there, but we'll see. Tonight, a reminder at 8 o'clock, ESPN, 2 high-octane offenses. Mike Goodson, the 21st-ranked Texas A&M Aggies, meet the dynamic duo of Marshawn Lynch and Deshaun Jackson. And the number 20-ranked Cal Bears, it is the Pacific Life Holiday Bowl tonight at 8 Eastern.
A true game of speed versus power.
All right, it is 1st and goal. They've been a good team in the red zone. 37 out of 45, down to the 1-yard line. A gain of 1. 1st and goal from the 2. Just tried to push that one in straight ahead, but not a lot of room.
Been kind of impressed early in this football game with Oklahoma State and their ability in short yardage situations to kind of move the pile. They're not known for that. They're more of a spread type offense that runs out of the spread. But here, going to short yardage and bigger personnel, they're moving Bama backwards a little bit.
That was Julius Crosland, who came in on the last run, not even listed on the depth chart. 2nd down and goal. 2nd man out of the eye, and that's in for the touchdown. And that's Savage. His 8th rushing team, Johnson rather, leading the block. Savage carrying it in, and they've got the touchdown.
We talked about the big playability of Dantrell Savage. Right here, you're going to get a great block on the outside, and Savage not wasting time in the backfield. He gets north and south, engages the line of scrimmage, and that's what allowed him to kind of fall through into the end zone.
So the fumble that gave the great field position to Oklahoma State was taken advantage of. Flag goes down before the snap.
The offense breaking a huddle. 5-yard penalty. We still have the time.
All right, they're going to have to move the football back now for the extra point, and he is kicking into the wind. Obviously very short distance here. Nevertheless, it is not the normal extra point anymore for Jason Ricks. Ricks is also the field goal kicker. He's 8 for 10 in field goals. He's 43 out of 45 in the point afters. And Ricks, the sophomore, will have this one moved back, and the extra point attempt will come from the 15-yard line, so 25 yards to get it between the uprights. And no problem there. Puts that one up and splits it. So they are on the board. Oklahoma State draws first blood in this football game, putting Savage to work into the end zone after the fumble recovery at a 7-0 lead.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. I hate to go and leave this pretty sight. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu.
Adieu, adieu to you and you and you.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye to the 2006 models with up to $3,000 cash back or visit Kia.com.
Down there, it's pitch black.
They were looking for adventure until they descended to a place no one was ever meant to go.
Who's that? We stay here, we'll die.
Own the Descent. Unrated now on Blu-ray and DVD.
Finally, a vacation in the Alps.
Dad, we're not really in the Alps.
Well, my credit card miles expired, but a virtual trip is still fun, huh? Where's Mom?
Oh, Armando, teach me to dance. Oh.
Hey, that is my wife!
You should switch to Capital One. Get Capital One's no hassle rewards with no miles expiration, no earn caps, and no blackout dates.
What's in your wallet?
Why you always get the front seat?
Because I have a higher education. I took honors classes.
In high school.
Hey, it's Bobby Bowden. I'm going to touch him.
Now would be a good time to have accident forgiveness.
I'm still going to touch him.
Part of Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance. Are you in good hands?
That wasn't him.
But you still touched him.
Welcome to Hoover High, where football is a way of life. MTV's Two-A-Days Hoover High, the complete first season available now. You'll get all 9 hard-hitting episodes on 3 DVDs and more. MTV's Two-A-Days Hoover High, the complete first season available now.
ESPN College Football, the PetroSun Independence Bowl is brought to you by PetroSun, moving energy forward. American Airlines, we know why you fly. We're American Airlines. And Kia Motors, Kia, the power to surprise.
And we welcome you back. This Oklahoma State team that has taken the lead ended up on the year 8th in the NCAA in scoring with 35 points a game. Their first drive here after the fumble, they went 7 plays, 38 yards, took them 244, and they get the touchdown. You see they've outscored opponents 82-50 in the first quarter. So the Cowboys are on the board. And that fumble by Alabama, a big turnover. Redden is back and ready to go. Let's see, he's kicking. This kick's going to be into the wind. Gets a good foot into it, though. Take it in the end zone. Thought about it, but says, Rashid Johnson, who's had to go back there because of injuries, decides not to run that one out. We'll get downstairs to Todd Harris. Todd.
Well, Garrett, keep your eye on number 71 for Alabama. He is a big boy at 6'4", 348 pounds. Now, he's a freshman, and as a young man, he knows how to commit in style. Something I bet Andre Ware might have done. He's the top player in the state of Alabama coming out of high school, but he let it be known not by his words, but by his hat where he intended to play. He showed up at signing day sporting a houndstooth fedora, and they love his style in Tuscaloosa, but they also love his play as he leads the Tide in total snaps and pancake blocks on his way to freshman All-American honors.
You kidding me? I had to beg for a scholarship.
That's right. Not when you're Mr. Alabama football. First down and 10. Looking to go into the air. They dump one at the 25 and up to the 30-yard line. Looks like a first down. That is Darby. Kenneth Darby on a 10-yard gain. You will hear a lot of that name if their offense is working today. It is his 41st consecutive game played. He is both a leading rusher and pass receiver for Alabama.
What a nice touch on the football by John Parker Wilson, the sophomore quarterback. Sat behind Brody Kroll for a year or so and really learned from him how to manage this football team, and has had an excellent season for sophomores.
He's got a couple of receivers set out. Darby's in the backfield. They fake to him. Wilson looking downfield on the out pattern at midfield. It is caught. It is incomplete. Did not get down in bounds. DJ Hall is one of the 2 receivers you will hear a lot about in this football game, because he's a good one.
Well, you see right there along the sideline trying to get just a foot down is all you need in college football, but John Parker throwing that football, leading him a little bit too much to the sideline. Nice route on the part of DJ Hall, but you guys just throw it more on the line, take a little air out of it, and that one's a completion.
For Wilson this season, he had a completion rate of 57% through 16 touchdown passes and had 9 interceptions. It is a second down and 10 here. They will call audibles. They will come from the sideline. Wilson runs the draw play. Fullback will carry up to about the 33. Darby again on the carry. Darby, their senior, who can rush. And the players separated down there as it gets a little heated early in this game.
Well, Jeremy Nathan, the outside linebacker for Oklahoma State, starts cheating towards the line of scrimmage. He's the first defender to arrive.
Before the snap, delay of the game, gets the offense. 5-yard penalty.
Never got that one off. So they will take this one back. And Wilson looks to the sideline for John Parker Wilson, 6'2", 209-pound sophomore. As we said, a first-year starter. He needs 8 completions to set a new season high in Alabama history for passes completed in a single season. And he needs only 1 more touchdown pass to set a new season record. The record right now is his anyway. He's put the ball in the air for Alabama. With the ball moved back, it brings up a second down and a 15. Little slot to the right side. Hall's to the left. Looking over the middle. That's going to go incomplete. Not much chance for McLean to hang on to that. Let's take a look at the Oklahoma State defense.
What's up, baby? It's your boy Victor the Great, and you know, one of the strong points of our defense is defensive line. We big, we fast, and we do cause havoc to all quarterbacks in our way. The second part of our defense is really important, is the linebacker core. They headbangers, and they coming downhill at you, and they relentless. And the third part of our defense that completes our total package as a regulated unit is the secondary. They fast, they fly around, and they break up anything that's trying to get to the receiver.
See if they can break this one up. Oh, over the middle, they did. It's incomplete, and the regulator unit gets it done. DJ Hall, the intended receiver, incomplete. And Wilson had a couple of passes go wide there. Hey, I'll see you later. Don't worry. We'll be back.
We'll be back. Yeah, true freshman Patrick Levine was actually there. He's played the last 2 plays in on both, but he was a defensive back in high school, and he just kept getting better and better and couldn't keep him off the field for this Oklahoma State defensive unit.
This is going to bring up a punting situation for Alabama. They'll be back at the 10-yard line. And the punt put up by P.J. Fitzgerald, who is handled and nothing else. 35-yard line. It'll be a 38-yard kick. Devereaux made the catch, but he had absolutely nowhere to go. Oklahoma State looking to improve their record to 7-6 in this their final game of the year against Alabama, with also a 6-6 mark.
Arkansas battles Wisconsin in the Capital One Bowl, New Year's Day at 1 Eastern on ABC. College football lives.
Let the clear-out begin on every 06 and 07 Subaru at Liberty Subaru's year-end model clear-out. We're talking thousands worth of incentives on every Subaru in stock, like the 07 Outback, just $19,495, or the 06 Forester, just $18,299. Plus, get 0% financing on select vehicles. The biggest savings of the year are at Liberty Subaru's year-end model clear-out, going on now until 2007. Liberty Subaru, Kinderkamak Road in Oradell, minutes from Route 4 and 17. If you buy your Subaru from anywhere else, you paid too much.
Ever notice car insurance companies make you carry around an accident for years? Not New Jersey Cure. We forgive our policyholders' accidents, which means rates don't go up when you get into an accident, whether it's your fault or not. So, you'll never have to carry around the burden of an accident again. New Jersey Cure, a better state of car insurance. Now the official car insurance of Rutgers Athletics.
It is a first down and a 10. Oklahoma State leading this one 7-0 in our Petro-Sun Independence Bowl. They want to get going. Up-tempo it. That's what Larry Fedora, their offensive coach, has said. They've got 5 tempos that they work at. One of them is quarterback keep. But the side's got to stay under you. Bobby Reed had some room there, couldn't go anywhere. Key play in this first quarter, a turnover, Andre.
Yeah, it was forced by Martel Van Zant, the corner. You're going to see him come up and run support number 7 right there. Gets the ball out from Kenneth Darby and then recovered, and then all of a sudden it's Dantrell Savage following that big offensive line into the end zone.
We showed you earlier, Alabama's got good numbers in the turnover margin, but it has cost them early here in this game. Savage is in there in the option play. It's going to be kept. Alabama with a great job defensively back to the original line of scrimmage. That is Simpson, Juwan Simpson, who cuts him down.
Well, when you talk about playing option football, it is assignment, being assignment perfect defensively. And right there, Juwan Simpson in his area of the field, forcing the quarterback to keep the football. Then all of a sudden, a bunch of guys going to show up and help him out.
Simpson had 73 tackles. He was up among the leaders defensively for Alabama this season. Alabama, 4-3 defense. Sometimes you'll see that 3-3-5 setup. Passing situation, going for the bomb sideline, way overthrown, incomplete. Jeffrey Dukes was the closest man to it. It was intended for Woods, but he wasn't even close. And so it'll be another 3 and out for Oklahoma State. Great to have you with us here in Shreveport, Louisiana. Boy, it is a gorgeous day with the temperatures in the 60s. Some clouds moving in now and a little breeze blowing right to left. Great crowd on hand. Oklahoma State sold all of the 12,000 allotted tickets. They've got a huge contingent here as they take on Alabama. And for both of these teams who are 500, a victory today would put them one over, and neither of these teams wants to be the one that goes away one under. Flag goes down before they can get the snap off for the punt to Matt Fodge, who is standing back there, so it'll probably be moved backwards.
Before the snap, false start, 26 to the offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
In fact, these teams haven't played for a month, Andre, a little rusty.
I think so, and when you come into a game like this, when you've had so much time off, I think field position plays an important battle. So the punters in this football game going to be huge for both teams in terms of determining where field position starts. And you get turnovers like Oklahoma State has already, you've got to take advantage, and they have scored off the only turnover in this football game.
Fudge with a great kick into that wind. Fair catch called for. The receiver gets run into. His own blocker was right there with him. The ball will go out of bounds at the 28-yard line. It'll be a 41-yard kick, and there is no flag on the play. He wanted a fair catch on this. Fudge, who can really boot the football, kept this down. Watch this. Shall we dance?
Capital One Bowl Week continues with the Outback Bowl, New Year's Day at 11 on ESPN.
Centenary College of Louisiana in Shreveport, fostering a rich intellectual and social atmosphere, building lives of integrity. Students explore the unfamiliar, invent new approaches to understanding, and connect their work and lives to the world at large. Centenary students enjoy a vibrant college life and achieve superior preparation for futures still unimagined. Centenary College of Louisiana. Explore, invent, connect.
Nice work on these grilled stuffed Fritos, Pete.
Yeah, double beef fiesta salsa, delicious.
Super delicious. And only $1.99.
Only $1.99. This from the guy who claims he dated Carmen Electra.
And dumped Carmen Electra.
A liar.
I miss you. I miss us. Take me back. I love you.
It's true. Taco Bell's big, tasty grilled stuffed burrito with double the beef, 3 cheeses, and grilled to go.
I mean, seriously.
To get unbelievable taste for an unbelievable price, think outside the bun.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. I hate to go and leave this pretty sight. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu.
Adieu, adieu to you and you and you.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye to the 2006 models with up to $3,000 cash back or visit Kia.com.
Earn your first dollar by your labors. Get up early, work late. Smile at challenges. Curse at idleness. Be true to your dream. Don't stop until you achieve it. Pass on your values, not just your assets. Working wealth wears no uniform and meets in no club, but you know who you are. Come to Smith Barney, where wealth works.
Bowl game's always a great time for fans, players, and for the bands. Last night, the Boardwalk Shreveport, a lot of fans on hand for the Battle of the Bands. And they put on quite a show, and they did here prior to the game again today. 2 great bands from Alabama and from Oklahoma State. They had a great crowd out there last night as well.
Both schools were well represented here at the bowl game, Oklahoma State and Alabama.
7-0 lead, Oklahoma State on top here in the first quarter, and a first down and 10. They go to the sideline. It's going to be incomplete. On and out of the hands of Keith Brown. We told you it'll be DJ Hall and Keith Brown, the 2 wide receivers that young man's going to be looking for to pass to today.
Yeah, struggling a little bit. You see here the first drive, 2 plays, minus -9 yards and a fumble. Second drive, 4 plays, 5 yards. They punt the football. So tough start for Alabama offensively.
Joe Kynes, defensive coordinator for 4 years, took over when Shula was fired at the end of the regular season. He is a 40-year veteran as an assistant coach, never as a head coach. He did have an interim job in Arkansas for a while years back. Last passes, 0 for 4. Completes one there to the 30, 35, and not enough for a first down. Just shy, LaRon McClain, the senior, and he got 9 yards, but he needed 10. There's the man who wants the Alabama job.
Yeah, you see here, 2003 through 6, as the Tides defensive coordinator, was been down at Florida State as their linebacker coach. You see the resume, a lot of coaching experience for Joe Kynes. And you know what, to be quite honest, if he can rally this football team under the circumstances of which he's had to coach since the dismissal of Mike Shula, why not Joe Kynes?
Yep. I mean, he's not the big name Alabama wants. They want a well-established high-profile name.
Very well respected in the coaching community.
Very well, and the players seem to really like him as well. The carry will be enough for a first down. Castillo, he's their short yardage man. Tim Castillo, with blockage from McLean out in front, gets 3 yards on that, and that'll be enough for the first down.
Yeah, he's the team's short yardage specialist, and he'll get downhill. You see him right here, little inside pinch block. They pull Marlon Davis, the big right guard, and just paving enough way for Tim Castillo to get north and south and pick up a first down.
Senior who is out of Birmingham, Alabama. First down at 10. Bama trying to get the tying touchdown up there. They'll go on a little look in at the midfield mark. Probably enough for another first down. 10-yard gain. There is DJ Hall. DJ Hall, he is the primary receiver, 92 yards per game, 11th most in the country.
Well, you see a corner blitz here, and all you do is just kind of hook up along the sideline. When you see the corner disappear, good recognition on the part of John Parker Wilson as well. Getting the football out, recognizing the blitz by Martel Van Zandt off the corner edge on the short side of the field. Just get the football in your playmaker's hands.
Now Bama's moving the football here, both on the ground and in the air. They've got Jimmy Johns working as the second back. Johns on the carry over midfield. Booms ahead all the way down to the 40-yard line. Andre Sexton stopped him, an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, he's listed as the backup quarterback on this Alabama football team. Want to save the red shirt of Greg McElroy, the true freshman from South Lake Carroll. And I'll tell you, Jimmy John is fabulous. A lot of alums really like him at that tailback position.
He had 59 carries during the season, averaged 4.3 a carry and only 23 a game. Another short yardage guy. That's because Kenneth Darby, on most of the big carries, has the football for Alabama. Second down, very short yardage. One to play with here. Nope. Going to go for that first down and get a lot more of it. Here's some Bama football for you. Down to the 29, LaRon McLean, 11.
And not just Bama football, SEC football. When you line up and you go downhill at the opponent's defense. And this is what I expected Alabama to come into this football game doing. They came in trying to chunk the ball around a little bit and then went back to Kenneth Darby. But line up, tight formations, and go right downhill at Oklahoma State, an undersized defensive front. So right now having some success on the ground, the Tide.
They did rush against Oklahoma State during the season. The option pitch to the 30, the 25-yard line, and out of bounds. That is Johns again on the carry, the sophomore. And boy, he looks like a bull out there. Van Zandt moved in on the hit after a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, out of Brookhaven, Mississippi. Last year played in every game as a true freshman. Jimmy John, and then all of a sudden won the state championship as a Class 4A 110-meter hurdle champ, clocking 15.05. Also threw the discus, 158 feet.
Not bad, eh?
Not bad.
Kind of like you. John,
he's true athlete.
Oh, that wasn't what you were throwing. That's the guy. All right, second down and 5. They'll take it to the right side, try and turn a corner. They do at the 20. That'll be a first down. Brought it from the near side, 6-yard gain. Keith Brown, the wide receiver on the carry that time. They tried to hold the corner over there, but couldn't do it.
No, they talked about 2 freshman receivers that came in together, Keith Brown and DJ Hall, and really keep the field balanced for this Alabama football team because both are very, very explosive with the football. Keith Brown there, and you see DJ Hall, they're averaging just under 18 yards a reception where they can really get down the field.
All coming to the sideline on this first down at 10. They overload it to the near side, wide side. John Parker Wilson will send the man in motion back the other way. Looking on the deep drop, wants to go to the end zone. Does. Touchdown! A diving catch by Matt Caddell, a junior, for the TD for Alabama, 18 yards.
Well, Matt Caddell says, hey, don't forget about me, and you're mentioning those other 2 guys, Brown and Hall. Matt Caddell has had a pretty good season as well, came in with 13 receptions, but watch the post route. Set the corner outside, a little double move right there, and a big-time throw from John Parker Wilson.
Caddell, who's had only 13 catches all year, gets his second touchdown catch. And for Alabama, that's a big play because they've only had 2 TDs in the last 6 red zone trips. It has been a problem for them. Not that time. And the extra point attempt is up, and it is good. Jamie Christensen on the extra point, 14 out of 15 on the year.
Yeah, and with that, John Parker Wilson just set the Alabama single-season record for touchdown passes in a season with now 17. We're going to take a look here at the route of Matt Caddell on the outside. You watch him coming outside, push the corner, and then he's going to break it to the post here. Just a nice little push and a double move at the top right there. Nice, set the corner, and now the ball's in the air, and the free safety does not have time to make a play on the ball. Nice big-time throw from the quarterback, John Parker Wilson.
That is his 17th touchdown pass of the season, but that was a fine Alabama drive. They had both the running game and the passing game going there, and they get this football game tied up. 9 plays, 72 yards, and ate some time of it, 3:29. That's something else they would like to do today. Keep that ball away from the Oklahoma State offense. These are two fired-up teams, folks. When you play football at these schools and you're 500 in the year, and this game will decide whether you are 7-6 or 6-7, it's a big deal.
Well, you know, with a lot of time off for both sides of the field, Oklahoma State and Alabama, and most throughout the bowl community or across the country, you're going to have a little stale offense to initially start the football game because you're still trying to get back after so much time off to gain speed. And now it seems like both teams have kind of settled in here. Everything's back to game speed. Boy, sit back and enjoy one heck of a football game.
They're going at it now, and you're right, Andre. It does appear as though they've both settled in. We saw the defenses have a couple of very strong series early on in this football game, and now each of these teams trying to go back and do what got them here. And for this team, Alabama, it's about trying to be able to run the football and not have to pass on every play. They were able to do that on that drive for Oklahoma State. It's about a balanced attack, one of the best balanced attacks in the country. Oklahoma State will get the football back. Jamie Christensen set to kick it off. He will have the wind at his back. If he gets the foot into it, this could easily end up deep in the end zone. Not gonna. It'll be taken at the 4-yard line. Jones will carry to the 15, 20, 25, and up to the 30-yard line. Nice return by Grant Jones, who has a touchdown return on a kickoff. Tomorrow afternoon, you can catch 2 more bowl games on ESPN. Our coverage begins with the Bowl Breakdown Special. That'll be at noon Eastern. At 1 Eastern, Clemson Tigers and the Kentucky Wildcats, Gaylord's Motel's Music City Bowl. 4:30, South Carolina Gamecocks and the Houston Cougars, the Auto Zone Liberty Bowl. That's all coming up.
I'll certainly have my eyes on that second one, but the first one, Clemson, Kentucky. Andre Woodson, one of the most fundamentally sound quarterbacks in the entire country, really had a breakout season for Rich Brooks in the Kentucky.
Look at the top of your picture there. You saw the 3 receivers lined up, and then they run the play right straight ahead to Savage, who gains 5 yards. There you take a look at the Clemson-Kentucky matchup coming up for Kentucky. First 8-win season, 84. Clemson leading the ACC in those offensive departments.
Yeah, Rich Brooks and that Kentucky football team really had a fine season this year. Tommy Bowden will have Clemson certainly ready.
Look at that. Over there on the side, 3 receivers lined up, and again, they run it the other way, so they're just trying to get that defensive Alabama moved over there, and then Savage comes back on the weak side.
You know what? If somebody's trying to cheat, look for them to maybe pump fake one of those receivers, another guy release up the field, and maybe running wide open. They are setting it up for something. Yeah, just keep an eye on it.
I think these offensive coaches like the month they had off. They're getting to run all kinds of plays over midfield. Good carry. Oklahoma State, that'll be a 10-yard gain. Savage again, and you are seeing why he is their primary carrier. Bobby Greenwood on the hit.
And just talked about the offenses being sluggish. Right now trying to change speeds. Oklahoma State, not sure the defender that's down here for Alabama. See if we can get you a number.
I think that's Bobby Greenwood.
It does look like Bobby Greenwood.
No, it isn't. Sorry. It is Gilberry. Wallace Gilberry, number 92. Not 93.
Yeah, well, keep an eye on the middle of the screen. He's going to get cut right here, number 92, right there in a big pileup. And then you have another defensive lineman as well as an offensive lineman. Looked like Jeremy Clark, the other defensive tackle for Alabama, kind of rolls him up a little bit, working down around the ankle area.
Gilberry had more snaps on this defensive unit for Alabama than anybody else. He was the man who played most on the field, and that is the defensive coordinator for the Crimson Tide, who's now the interim head coach.
Well, he has a high motor, just loves to play football. Coach Kynes said, hey, he'll strap it up and play you in the parking lot. It doesn't matter. Just as long as there's a game going on, Wallace Gilberry will be dead in the middle of it.
Well, with Gilberry out of there, you might look for Oklahoma State to try and target that left side of the line and try and run over there, as Alabama will have to go without one of their primary players in the year. Savage has carried 6 times for 36 yards. Savage, 107 carries during the season. Player movement down in the line. That'll get a flag before the snap. J.P. Adams.
And he just really checked in. Just checked in for Wallace Greenberry. He just kind of
before the snap,
that motor
offside,
going early.
67 in the defense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
You're going to see him here. Just a nice little cadence by Bobby Reed. Yeah, a little hard count. Boy, that certainly works for the quarterback's advantage. Sophomore Bobby Reed, as a sophomore, you're not supposed to know how to use the hard count.
Yeah, he did all right on that one. The offensive line said thank you very much. We'll take the 5 yards. First down at 5 out of the backfield to the 35-yard line. Good hit put on, but a good gain before they took him down. Rashard Johnson on the hit, but an 8-yard gain. Savage is on the fly.
Boy, Savage really hits it hard. Not a big guy, 5'9", just 190 pounds, but watch him get into the line of scrimmage and then accelerate to the second level of the defense. You're going to have a lot of positive yards after the carry or after you pass the line of scrimmage if you keep hitting it like that.
They'll go the other way this time, off the left side to the 20-yard line, carried to the sideline and out of bounds. Down at the 15-yard line, 18-yard gain, but there is a flag down on the play back at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, back around the 40-yard line, and that's usually an area of holding. And it's going to bring this fine run back by Dantrell Savage. It's going to be Brandon Pettigrew, the tight end on the edge, trying to secure the corner for Dantrell Savage.
The 4th penalty.
Holding, 87 of the offense. 10 yards to previous spot. Still first down.
At the top of the screen, the tight end right here trying to work against Javon Simpson on the outside, and right there just kind of gets a little bit too much jersey. The flag was thrown early, so the official saw it right away.
So a big gain by Savage, 18 yards. Will have to come back, and the ball will be spotted at the 44-yard line. As still a first down and 20. Bobby Reed out of the gun, looks to the sideline. A couple of coaches give signs. Take the handoff. Nope, gave it up, and it'll be to the 35-yard line. That is Keith Toston, who came on. He is a freshman who has carried for 52 yards per game. He gets 8 on that one.
Yeah, highly recruited freshman, Toston out of Angleton, Texas. Right here, little underneath handoff. You're looking down the field with your eyes. Nice block inside on Jawan Simpson, which kind of just all you're looking for is to get it back maybe to the line of scrimmage back in 2nd down and 10, so you can operate, get about half of it here, get yourself into 3rd down and medium to convert.
Plenty of chances to do that. A 2nd down and 12. They'll put 2 receivers to the near side. Keep Toston in the backfield as Bobby Reed will take the snap, fakes to Toston, dumps one near side, incomplete. He Bobby Reed, at least in this game, has had a real problem. You see him pointing to himself, rolling to the right, Andre, and trying to pass while the feet are moving.
Yeah, to try to bring Darius Bowman down the inside and give him a little option route to come down or start himself back outside. At that point, Terrence Jones, the linebacker to that side, locks on man-to-man and kind of forces Bobby Reed to throw a bad pass here. So credit Terrence Jones and that Bama defense with just kind of locking up and forcing a bad throw.
This Alabama defense against the pass was 15th best in the nation. So they are very tough against the passing game, and they do it with pressure. Reed looking, 3rd down, going to the end zone. It's an alley-oop. It is incomplete right at the goal line. Ramsey Robinson is playing in his 50th game for Alabama on the coverage against Woods.
Well, yeah, this one's on Dewan Woods right here. You've got to go up and get that football. It hits you pretty much in the face mask. Go up at the highest point and make a catch for your quarterback. You can't wait till the football comes down. Otherwise, you're going to give a guy like Ramsey Robinson an opportunity to make a play on the football. Hits him right in the face. Son, you've got to catch that.
So he does not make the catch. Their second leading receiver. That'll bring up the 4th down. Too far to try for the kick. Fudge comes on to do the punting. Averaging 46 yards on the season. He's standing back at midfield as he takes the snap. Tries to boot one towards the Coffin corner. Fair catch is signaled, not caught, and a great touchdown. That will be marked down at the 1-yard line. Devereaux got back there, was just waiting for the football to come to him. A 35-yard kick, but it wasn't the distance. It was where it ended up being down. What a great play by Devereaux. Yeah. Want to remind you, coming up, Bobby Knight, can he surpass Dean Smith's 879 wins? Tonight at 9 Eastern. Maybe the night. On ESPN2, Texas Tech takes on the Runnin' Rebels.
I tell you what, two pretty good programs, UNLV and New Mexico, to try to get the record. They won't go quiet.
Nope. That's all coming up tonight. Now you worry about a safety here if you're Alabama. You're back actually inside the 1-yard line. Let's see what Joe Kynes decides here, along with Dave Rader, the offensive coach, to run. McLean and Castillo, the two running backs in that backfield in the end zone, and flags go down. And if it's on the offense,
yes,
won't be much of a penalty.
I think it's a false start by Cody Davis for Bama.
Before the snap, false start, 75 of the offense.
Yeah.
Half the distance to the goal.
Half the distance is 2 inches.
That's it. But if I'm Oklahoma State, I'm going to lock up man-to-man, and I am bringing the heat. The entire, I mean, everybody, the student body, everybody's coming to band members. Lock on and try to get yourself a safety. Get tremendous penetration up the field. I am bringing everybody.
So does Wilson try and pass? Look how they've closed that box up. On the handoff, that's a great gain up to the 5 or 6 yard line by Tim Castillo. A 4-yard gain. That'll give them a little breathing room as this first quarter is coming to a close. So a couple of touchdowns as Oklahoma State went on the board first and made it 7-0. Alabama followed with a nice drive of their own to get this tied up. And our Petro Sun Independence Bowl has 1 quarter complete. Both teams with 7 on the board.
Rose Bowl game, USC versus Michigan, New Year's Day on ABC.
Unintentional injury is the leading killer of our children ages 1 to 14. Most of these injuries can be prevented. I'm Caddo Parish Sheriff Steve Prater, and this is the future home of Sheriff Safety Town, a place where children can learn safety skills and practice them in a safe environment. So the next time this happens, the child won't become just another statistic.
You never know what surprises the holidays will bring. That's why Farmers Insurance is all about getting things back to normal. Isn't that what insurance is supposed to do? Farmers, get you back where you belong.
My kids call me the finisher.
Finish up in there. Okay.
Finish your homework?
Yes.
Finish your vegetables. Something I thought I was finished with? Managing my acid reflux disease. I thought it was just bad heartburn, but my doctor said over time, stomach acid was damaging the lining of my esophagus. She prescribed Nexium. Said I needed more than heartburn relief. My esophagus needed repair. 1 prescription Nexium pill a day not only relieves my heartburn, it healed erosions in my esophagus. So I don't just feel better, I am better. My doctor did say headache, diarrhea, and abdominal pain could be side effects of Nexium, and other serious stomach conditions may still exist.
Talk to your doctor about Nexium, the healing purple pill, and find out if a free trial is right for you.
I tell him you shouldn't do anything halfway. Let's finish up.
If you're without prescription coverage and can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
First quarter completed here for Oklahoma State. 85 total yards, Alabama 78. 7 total penalties, 4 went against Oklahoma State. Not a lot of difference in the numbers and no difference in the score as we start this second quarter. With that last run, a little bit of room now for Wilson and company of Alabama to move the football as they have the 2nd down and 5. Darby is in the backfield. He's the last man back in the 2-man running back set. And Darby, they fake to him. Wilson looking over the middle, gets a rush. It's completed, and it's a first down. Keith Brown. And that's good for 8 yards and a first down.
Or Keith Brown comes away with a reception, but I think he's actually trying to go to Travis McCall. And then Keith Brown comes through and nabs one, sees the ball in the vicinity. That's the sign of a good receiver. When you can catch the football with your hands. Now a little gimpy coming off is Keith Brown.
That's that bad knee, Andre, we were talking about, that he's got the brace on, and he may have just hurt that again. He get the first down, though. Remember, this drive started at the 1-yard line after that punt was down. So Brown is out of there, one of their 2 primary receivers, first down and 10. Wilson looking, second man through, is going nowhere. Wow. 2-yard loss. Darby, their leading rusher, and Larry Brown, a senior nose guard, leveled him.
All right, transfer from Georgia Military Academy. Watch him get tremendous penetration. Then when he shows up, what a way to form tackle. That is how you do it from the defensive line position. That is the truest form of form tackling right there.
Out of Spartanburg, South Carolina, and what a hit he put on right there. Loss of 2 brings up the second down and 12 for Alabama. 2 receivers set to the near side. They have that lone run back, Castillo, set way back. And they're going to run the fullback draw, and not very far. Another loss, another yard loss on that one in this Oklahoma State defense, with Peterson leading the charge, rising to the occasion.
Yeah, this is a front that can really get in the backfield. You see 7.6 tackles for a loss per game, 9th in the NCAA, 3 sacks a game. Tied for 11th. They get to the quarterback.
One of the problems for them this year, according to their head coach, they did not tackle well enough. They are tackling very well so far here in this football game. It'll bring up a third down. Castillo stays in the backfield. Wilson, long yardage, 3rd and 13. On the near side, wide open, turns it up to the 20 and bulls his way out of bounds with a flag down on the play. That is enough for a first down, a gain of 15 yards.
And Nikita Stover on the outside, and it's going to come back because of a holding penalty. What a job he does stepping in for Keith Brown, and bring up third down again for John Parker Wilson to operate for Bama, but keeping them behind the down and distance markers. And you're going to have
59 of the offense. Half the distance to the goal from the previous spot. Still third down.
You're going to have a lot of success defensively if you can keep teams behind the down and distance marker.
That is a very big penalty. Penalties have made an enormous difference in this game, 4 for each team. The Oklahoma State touchdown came on an Alabama turnover, and then penalties have nullified offensive drives.
Yeah, the sophomore Antoine Caldwell, their leader on the offensive line for Bama, second team all SEC. He can't believe that he was tagged for holding on that play.
And it moves that football all the way back to the 5-yard line. And will bring up a third down and 18, long yardage.
Zero coverage, looks like they want a blitz. Got one coming from, but dropped in the zone.
Wilson looking downfield on an out pattern. It is lunged for and incomplete. Just led a little too far. Out of bounds was Will Oakley, the wide receiver. Now it'll bring up a punting situation in the end zone.
But keep in mind, when we talked to Mike Gundy, he said we won't leave any shots unfired, so don't be surprised if Oklahoma State doesn't come after this football.
You see standing way back, the back of the end zone here to do this punting. And plenty of time to get it off, and a good kick hits on the back of somebody, and the question's going to be, who did it hit?
I think it hit an Oklahoma State player, but they're going to come away with the football.
They recover it. That was a live ball right there. Artrell Woods, who was a wide receiver, was back there, and it bounced off his back as it never got.
I think it's going to be Quentin Moore. They're here, Todd Nelson on the bottom of that pile for Oklahoma State. Quentin Moore, yeah.
And he lost his helmet. It'll be a 33-yard kick, and it'll be great field position here for the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Second quarter of the Petro-Sun Independence Bowl, with this game tied up at 7-7. And boy, we have had some strange plays here in this game as the offenses have really been pulling them out of the back pocket. And We've got LaRon McLean, the fullback for Alabama, down on the field.
A couple of trick plays throughout this ball game. Maybe we're going to settle down and finally get it on the old-fashioned way here between the white lines.
How about the fact these teams have never met? It's amazing in some of these bowl games that you get some long-established football programs. Oklahoma State, Alabama here have never played one another ever, period. And here they get their first chance in a bowl situation. And right now, even up at 7-7. So while they tend to the injured player, we'll take a break. Be right back.
Come fall in love with Louisiana all over again.
There's no place else where you have this architecture, history, music.
Come for the food. How about a dozen? With a little spice.
Come for the mystery.
And the bittersweet cry of the blues.
Especially the blues.
There you go.
Come for the time of your life.
We rolling, y'all.
Laissez-les bon temps rouler in Louisiana. For a free tour guide, visit louisianatravel.com or call 1-800-99-GUMBO.
Hi, honey. The holidays were great, but we're still going to need a few things, so if you could stop by Radio Shack and get some batteries, that would be just great. Okay, 1 second, sir. Also, for the iPod, we're going to need iTrip, and we're also going to need some of those really cute little speakers. Ask the salesman, he'll know which ones. Oh, and hey, for the digital camera, we're going to need an additional memory card and some photo paper. Oh, and yeah, for your wireless phone, get a charger and some headset, and what are those little things you can clip to your belt? And some...
All the stuff you need to go with all the stuff you got, only at Radio Shack.
Most capable Wranglers, now available with 2 and 4 doors, a new species from Jeep.
Lance Armstrong is not a cyclist. He is a leader. He uses all that he has accomplished to lead an army of cancer survivors and to give hope to everyone fighting the disease everywhere. What do you hope to accomplish? Your goals are our goals. American Century Investments. Invest in what matters.
Crowd across the way still bathed in some sunlight. The 7-7 football game, and almost a turnover on that punt. But it was recovered by Oklahoma State, so they've got the football. It is a first down and 10. Bobby Reed, good field position. Almost hit the man in motion. That'll be carried up for a gain down to about the 38-yard line. That'll be a 5-yard gain.
Let's go back and look at the punt. It hits Artrell Moore in the back for Oklahoma State, and it's going to bounce around a little bit, and then Quentin Moore heads up play, getting down in there, fighting for the football and securing it, and all kinds of things take place at the bottom of those piles.
He was mighty happy that ball was recovered by someone in a white uniform.
It bounced right.
Oklahoma State has the football here. Tostin is in the backfield. They show blitz. Alabama moving cornerbacks and linebackers in and out of those holes. You see all the movement on that Alabama defense going on here. Quick drop, look to the near side, alley-oop catch, one-handed all the way down to the 9-yard line. They read the blitz, and Bowman made the catch for 28 yards.
Boy, he signed to play at North Carolina, both football and basketball. What a heck of a play here. Just kind of gets it out there. It's thrown a little bit in front of him. Nice one-handed grab of securing the football, showing up a little bit late. Simeon Castile, who led Alabama in interceptions this year, but a fantastic catch.
Reed's now 2 for 7, 50 yards in the air, and now they've got that ball back inside the 20-yard line. It is a first down at the 10-yard line, first down and goal. Reed will roll it out. He's got 3 receivers in the end zone. Looks for the short man at the 1-yard line. It is incomplete. That is Bowman again, the primary receiver this year with 57 receptions and 11 touchdown catches.
Yeah, Prince Hall comes through to kind of force Bobby Reed to throw this football a little bit sooner than he wanted to. And then took a little bit of the accuracy away from it as well, as it falls a little bit outside and wide. But Prince Hall had one heck of a freshman season. 2006, he was this year the freshman All-SEC, All-American as a freshman as well on the freshman All-American team.
Second down and goal. Again, the three receivers split to the right. Tostin's in the backfield. They bring a man in motion back to the short side. Roll it out the right side, looking. Reed at the 10, wants to carry, and is going to be taken down after a 2-yard gain. Jeffrey Dukes, who led the team in tackles, number 3. He had 74 of them on the year. He moves in and makes the play.
Yeah, this is a designed quarterback run. I'm going to get the penalty first here. No personal foul. Ooh, that's going to hurt Alabama big time.
Right now, penalties are becoming the most important thing happening in this football game.
Yeah, big time.
Personal foul, number 5 of the defense. Half the distance goal from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
You're going to see it here. Just a nice little wrestling match going on after the play. Right there, just a little bit too much on the part of Jeffrey Dukes, the strong safety, and that's going to draw the flag of the official. But that was a designed run for Bobby Reed. You had big Corey Hilliard releasing down the field, blocking on the backside, so it was all run for Bobby Reed.
That is a big break for Oklahoma State. Now they get the first down, and they get the ball moved up inside the 5-yard line. Reed hands off, and it's a touchdown. Taken in off the right side by Tostin, his 5th touchdown of the year. So Oklahoma State immediately takes advantage of that Alabama penalty.
All right, and they take advantage of some pretty good field position. A nice fine punt to start it, and then the defense holds up. But you see here, nice little counter to get Tostin started one way, and then back to the right side of the formation, running behind big Kurt Seifert. Boy, right now, Oklahoma State has gotten things going well in their favor offensively.
Jason Ricks will come on to do the kicking. He is a sophomore. Missed only 2 point-afters this season. That one is up and it's good. And it took him 5 plays, 42 yards, and a minute 58 to score that touchdown. Oklahoma State getting the lead. Come back against the grain of it, cross the line, and it's 14-7.
Carolina, it's time.
ESPN College Football, the PetroSun Independence Bowl, is brought to you by PetroSun, moving energy forward, and the all-new 2007 Wrangler Unlimited, a new species from Jeep, and Aflac. Ask about it at work.
We welcome you back. Shreveport, Louisiana, 31st edition of the Independence Bowl, sponsored now by PetroSun. The Tord Harris is down on the field. Andre Ware, I'm Gary Thorne. Great to have you with us. And for the Cowboys, take advantage of opportunities. 5 plays, 42 yards, and the touchdown. And the other one was scored on a fumble recovery. Great field position, and they took that one in. So Alabama's really been hurt by penalties here in this game. And the Cowboys have been a team ready to take advantage of it. Redden ready to go here. This will be kicked with the wind at his back. It's a good foot into this one, and that'll go back into the end zone, and there it will be downed by Johnson. And let's get out to Todd Harris.
Gary, go back to that great catch made by Adarius Bowman for Oklahoma State. He is a young man who is making the most of second chances. Head coach Mike Gundy says he believes in giving young men second chances, and Andre pointed to he signed with North Carolina, had some off-field problems, made the transfer. Since he's been in Stillwater, though, the receivers coach, Gunter Brewer, said he has been a model citizen, and he's a heck of a basketball player. At least he says so. He says he can do any kind of dunk. You want the Vince Carter, you want the Michael Jordan, to which Andre Ware had to tell me about a week or so ago that he still can dunk, which I'm
still
not sure.
Got some hops, baby.
Yeah, he took me to Dairy Queen last week, and I saw that peanut butter parfait go down. I think there's no man that can dunk, and Andre says he can.
Still can rise.
Illegal substitution, number 81 of the offense. 5-yard penalty.
Well, they didn't even get on the field that time before they get a penalty. And Joe Kynes over there, that is the 6th penalty here in the first half against Alabama, and they have mattered. We're going to set up one of those movable basketball courts. We're just going to start at 8 feet maybe and move up. Easy. We'll see what you can do.
I'll go backwards on 8 feet.
No! All right, Bama's got the football, first down. Again, not good field position. Trying to get it with a pass, overthrown, incomplete down near the 35-yard line. So they're trying to get this game going in the air. Matt Caddell, who had the touchdown reception, was the intended.
Well, the scoring drives for Alabama, you see the 72 total yards, and the other 3 just 10 yards of total offense for them. So look for them to really go back to that running game. That's what really got them started and energized, mixing Kenneth Darby as well as Jimmy John. So go back to that run game, turn it over to the offensive line, and get yourself back in this football game.
That is Jimmy John's in the backfield here as a potential runner. They move 3 receivers to the near side. They've had a lot of overloaded shifts here for Alabama. Remember, they've had a month to work on it under their new interim head coach. That ball's incomplete, and again, almost intercepted. Just fell on the ground a little shy of Donovan Woods. Let's take a look at today's Subway Fresh Facts. 13 of the 32 bowl games featuring teams facing each other for the first time. We were talking about that. This is one of the 13. Oklahoma State and Alabama have never played against one another before. It is the 54th bowl game. Alabama is the all-time leader in that department, and it is the 17th bowl appearance, but never against one another, either regular season or in a bowl. Wilson 6 for 13, 52 yards and a TD. He's got another 3rd down situation here. Over the middle, it is incomplete. Should have been caught, but he was thinking about the first down. Keith Brown tried to run before he had the football.
Yeah, right there. You just took his eyes off the football. You're going across the middle of this formation, and you'll see him sit down right in front of the quarterback, kind of slows it down. John Parker Wilson, a little miscommunication, expecting him to continue running through in his zone coverage. Receivers, trust me, they're going to throttle down in the hole because they don't want to take those shots over the middle of the field.
You saw Brown kind of backpedaling and reaching out gingerly. P.J. Fitzgerald, the kick is up in the air, and it'll be all the way back to the 42. Flag goes down, 50. Nobody out there but the kicker. Back to the 20-yard line. The spin at the 10-5. Touchdown! Tommy Devereaux, but a flag is down on the play. Devereaux takes it in, and I mean, he ran from right to left as well as north-south on that one.
Yeah, it could be a block in the back by Jacob Lacey, the starting cornerback for Oklahoma State, and it was thrown rather early, the flag, so this one is coming back.
Ouch. So the penalties continue to pile up. Devereaux was trying to join Parrish Cox and Grant Jones, who have both had kick returns for touchdowns. It would have been the only punt return they've had returned.
During return, block in the back, number 17, the receiving team.
Wow.
10 yards to spot a foul. First down.
So that penalty costs a touchdown.
And you're going to see it right there. You see the block in the back, just a little shove, and really didn't even need to do it. You know, trying to help out. And he feels about as bad about it as anybody on that sideline.
Consoled by teammates over there, so it brings up a first down at 10 with the ball at the 36-yard line. Oklahoma State, let's try it again. Going up to midfield, 45, and down to the 43-yard line. That is Savage. He's having a career day. A 21-yard gain. Robinson on the tackle. Wow, is this kid putting on a performance in the running game.
Boy, he just starts one way. He's going to start to the left and then come back underneath. And you'll see him right here just coming underneath Bobby Reed, sees it and hits the hole right up the middle of the formation.
Dantrell Savage, this one's taken to the 25-yard line, 24, and Alabama's got to get the whole defensive unit over there on Brandon Pettigrew, and no wonder. When you watch Pettigrew on the field, even with all those other big players, at 6'5", 265, he stands out.
Man, just a sophomore as well, a big-time receiver. He's excellent, or is excelling at getting better in the blocking department, becoming a complete tight end for Oklahoma State.
He was their third leading receiver during the year with 20 catches. He'll go straight up the middle on this one and inside the 20-yard line, Toston. So Savage and Toston running the football almost equally well out of that backfield today for Oklahoma State.
Well, they're a good 1-2 punch. Toston's the bigger of the two, and he's just a freshman at 6'1", 190. Dantrell Savage, a little more compact, about the same weight at 190 pounds, but he goes about 5'9". So if you want to bruise a little bit, you bring in Toston. If you want some quickness and speed, Savage is your man.
Right now, Oklahoma State's got 99 yards rushing. Compare that to Alabama's 30 so far here in the first half. They've got a 2nd down and 5. 2nd down and 5. They'll start from under center. Bobby Reed, they'll carry that straight ahead, and that'll be enough for 4. Toston again on the carry. You can see where the yellow line is. He is shy of the first down by just a bit. Greenwood on the hit.
Well, you mentioned the fact, talking to Larry Fedora, the offensive coordinator, and how they change speeds. They'll come to the line of scrimmage and just call a play and go. Then they'll come to the line of scrimmage, look the defense over, kind of set a tone or whatever, a formation, and then kind of see if the defense adjusts, and then go ahead and snap the football. But they've got 5 different speeds in which they operate to try to keep the defensive unit off balance.
Savage is that running back who is deep here in a 3rd down and short yardage for Oklahoma State. And Savage is the man who's going to go for the first down. He pulls ahead to get it. That is a 2nd and 3rd effort right there as he gets a couple of yards off Eric Gray, whom he carried along for a little ride here.
And 2nd, 3rd effort, and then some pure determination once he realizes I got to get north and south. And then it's just myself matched up on DeJuan Simpson, the linebacker, and I'm just going to just pure determination will myself to the first down. You see the legs just continue to turn. Dantrell Savage running with a purpose.
9 carries, 67 yards for him. It brings up a 1st down and 10. They can get a 1st down at the 3-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 13. Reed looking to the sideline. Now he gets pressure, and is going to throw it away. Good pressure that time by Wallace Gilberry. Good to see Gilberry back in there. He went out injured earlier in the game.
Smart decision by Bobby Reed. All I'd like to do is see him stay in the pocket more. Don't get outside the tackle. He's blocking, trying to force the defensive end outside. Don't roll past that. Just kind of set yourself up. Nobody else is coming. Take your time looking down the field. You've got a split second or two longer to kind of look things over. If not, do what he did. Sling it out of bounds.
You saw Gilberry coming out of the game again. Reed's gone 3 for 10. But they've been long yardage plays on the 3 receptions, 71 yards. 2nd down here from the 13, looking into the end zone. The alley-oop, this up for grabs. It is incomplete. It was out of bounds. Double coverage on Woods, the primary receiver on that play.
I'd just like to see Dewan Woods get a little more sense of urgency about him. His body language, to me, not telling me he's in this game much. You know, you see him here. No, it's a badly thrown football. Go up, give me some effort. Try to make a play regardless. You see the 2 defensive backs for Alabama breaking on the football. Go over there. You never know. One guy catches it, taps down, and it's an interception going the other way on the 20.
Yeah. 1 for 5 in 3rd down conversions for Oklahoma State. This is a 3rd down. The 1st down marker is up at the 3-yard line. As they get into that red zone territory, again, they've got the lead 14-7, and they've got the football. On the handoff, straight ahead. Not even close. A 2-yard gain for Savage. He is stopped by Terrence Jones, the senior linebacker.
Right now playing the field position battle, not going to give up any yardage or have a bad play happen inside the opponent's red zone. Mike Gundy choosing to kick the field goal here, but don't want to have anything happen. You see him talking of coaching up Bobby Reed. Quarterback himself back in the day in 1989 was a pretty good football player for Oklahoma State. Boy, they came down the year before and put a good whipping on us down in the Astrodome.
You remember that?
Man, Barry Sanders, Thurman Thomas, Hartley Dykes. Wow.
28-yard attempt here for Jason Ricks, who is 8 out of 10. Longest 53. That one is up. A 28-yard field goal attempt, and it is good. So he puts it through. They got the field position they wanted, and they extend their lead. As right now, the Cowboys on top of the Crimson Tide.
Artistic. Interactive. Lip-smacking. Captivating. Why just see it when you can do it? Come play our way in Shreveport Bossier.
Arkansas battles Wisconsin in the Capital One Bowl, New Year's Day at 1 Eastern on ABC.
Get all the college hoops you can handle with the ESPN Full Court Pay-Per-View Package presented by Olivia High Definition Televisions. Up to 30 games per week. Available on TV and online. To order, call your pay-per-view provider or go to ESPN.com, search Full Court.
Crestmont Toyota, your Toyota connection on Route 23, is shaking up the car industry. That's right, it's here. Last week, last chance, Crestmont's Toyotathon 06. This is it. Tremendous savings. 0% financing available. Up to $3,000 in cash back. Absolutely the last chance for you to save on a new Toyota from December 26th through December 30th. Don't miss out. Crestmont Toyota, minutes from Willowbrook Mall, Route 80 and 287. Shop online at buytoyotaforless.com. Toyota, moving forward.
Martin Cadillac, the tri-state area's premier Cadillac superstore. Recognized by Cadillac as a master dealer and certified customer satisfaction platinum dealer 3 years in a row, Martin Cadillac prides itself on going above and beyond for every customer. Tim Martin, owner of Martin Cadillac, is at the dealership every day, always available to every Martin customer.
Experience the Martin difference.
Well, the many faces of Bobby Knight, there's one more face to be had, at least one. It is the face that he will have when he surpasses Dean Smith's all-time record of 879 wins. He'll have a chance to do it tonight. Bobby Knight is saying now, let's get this over with. I like concentrating on winning basketball games day to day. I don't like talking about me. Tonight, the brink of history. Texas Tech's got UNLV. You'll see it on ESPN2 at 9 o'clock Monday against New Mexico. One more win. The all-time winning coach.
He does know how to do that. Win basketball games.
I sometimes think, and I like Bobby personally, but it's almost like Barry Bonds. They're both going to get the numbers, but are they worthy of it? Are they worthy of emulation and the numbers they get?
You just know there's a little bit extra coming with it.
Yep.
So.
Yep, I don't know. I don't have a good answer to that. Good football game here. Now Alabama's going to get the football back in an opportunity, and they need to put up some points here in this first half. Red and ready to kick. That wind has kind of shifted and is almost rolling across the field now. He has gotten the foot into it a couple of times, though. That's going to be again in the end zone. Thought about it, but it'll be down. Rashid Johnson working as a return man today and not giving him any chance to run the football back. And that's a big deal because Alabama's got the opportunity with the speedsters they have on the receiving team to get some yardage.
And you can see defensively confidence growing for this Oklahoma State defensive unit. They've gotten a little more aggressive, started this football game playing a little zone coverage, and now they've gone man-to-man blitz. John Parker Wilson on a couple of occasions. So if you get them playing downhill and they're getting pressure right now with the 4 guys up front, that's what they want to do.
Alabama's had a long way to go in their scoring chances, as you saw from their starting positions. 1st and 10 here. They take it to the near side, and there is nowhere to go. That'll be for a loss as Jimmy Johns, trying to go to the right side, got taken down by Neathon. Jeremy Neathon, known more as a pass defender, but that time as a rusher.
Yeah, but it's tremendous penetration by Larry Brown. You see him right here, which causes Jimmy John to redirect, and now Jeremy Neathon comes up and makes a play, but that penetration by the defensive line, again, once again, effective for Oklahoma State.
I gotta believe this defense is having one of its better games of the season here, as they are really shutting down the Alabama offenses. There's a 2nd down now and 12, a loss of 2. From under center, going to go to the air. That is going to be caught and will be taken up to the 29-yard line. A gain of 10, but they needed 12 for a first down. DJ Hall on the catch.
Yeah, when I talked to John Parker Wilson yesterday, I asked him, I said, if you need a play, say it's 3rd down and 6 and you got to have a play, where are you going with the football? He says, without hesitation, DJ Hall. He's going to make a play for me. Even if there's 2 guys around him, I know that he's going to give me his best effort and come up with a catch to bail us out of a bad situation. You see him right there coming up big for this Bama offense.
He has had 7 100-yard or more receiving games this year. Straight ahead, up to midfield and slipped at the 49-yard line. Jimmy Johns, a 21-yard gain. Everybody moved to the outside, and he went up the middle.
Boy, he is a dead true definition of big back. 6'2", almost 230 pounds, just a sophomore, and this is coming right into your living room. You see just a crease for the big fella. He hits it going full speed, trying to cut back, and his feet come from under him. But boy, I'll tell you, right, that's hitting it on the go right there. North and south, getting your shoulder pads pointed down the field.
Big play for Alabama. That's what they wanted. Darby now, we haven't heard a lot from him since the first couple of series. He's in the backfield. They fake to him. He blocks. Big rush put on. Got to get rid of it and throws it away. Good decision right there by John Parker Wilson. He had heat coming in from both sides. Good pressure by Marcus Brown, a linebacker who was closest to him.
Yeah, really nowhere to go with the football. Marcus Brown got the start today over Roderick Johnson, who had been starting most of the season. They go flip-flop back and forth, but it's Brown today in the bowl game.
He's had an ankle problem, an ankle injury that has slowed him down this year. Did not slow him down there. It is a 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 49-yard line. Alabama trying to move into Cowboy territory. Little flip pass to the near side. They'll do it. 45, 40. Got a little room along the sideline and down to the 31-yard line. Van Sant moved in and put the hit on, and a flag is down after a 30-yard gain.
Yeah, late flag comes in, and with the official word here. That's going to tack on an extra 15.
Boy, have these penalties played an important part in this first half. Kenneth Darby on the carry.
Play, personal foul, 93 of the defense. That's 15 yards from the end of the run. 1st down.
Yeah, Ryan McBean, the coaches think he's going to be a defensive end in the NFL. He's got next level talent. But you see here, the way to set the screen up using your eyes, zone coverage, which allows the blockers to get down the field and engage the defenders. And all you need is just a body in front of a guy. You don't need to have the perfect block throw. Just shield the defender a little bit and allow Kenneth Darby to do his thing.
That turns into a 45-yard play, 30 on the carry, 15 on the penalty. Johns is in the backfield, near side to the 5-yard line. They faked it to Johns. Caudell on the carry. He's going to get 10 yards, and they're moving to TD territory.
Yeah, nice little handoff underneath to Matt Caudell, and you'll see him get out on the edge. And right there, once you reach the end man on the line of scrimmage, your thought process ought to be getting your shoulders turned and get north and south with the football. 1st down, Bama. I'll tell you something. That screen pass, let's go back to the screen pass for a second and talk about that. It's effective for 2 reasons. In zone coverage, you got to have guys shield guys that we talked about and described. And we've got an injured Alabama player down. Looks like Justin Britt, the big left guard for Alabama. But then if a defense chooses to go man to man, then all of a sudden you got man and they're chasing down the field. If you pop the first level of the defense, which is usually the defensive line rushing the quarterback, you got defensive backs chasing. Now it's just a foot race to the end zone.
And Justin Britt remains down on the field for Alabama. He'll be attended to. And as they do that, let's take a look at today's Aflac. Thank you. Trivia question. When was the last time an Alabama player rushed for at least 1,000 yards in 3 consecutive seasons? Last time Alabama player had 1,000 yards, 3 consecutive seasons. Neither of us could guess that. We know the answer, but we were wrong both of us wrong in our guess. Well, Alabama closing in. There is Darby. He saw action in the first couple of series they had, then kind of disappeared from the offense, then reasserted back in, and he had that big screen play. Johns is in the backfield now, 2nd man in that 2-man running back formation. 1st down and goal. 1st and goal for Alabama. They go to Johns. 5-4 down to the 1 and not in.
Gonna mark him just short. But boy, he is running with some determination, using power and speed to go along with it. You get all that mixed up and you're going to move some bodies. You see him here, nice move to get outside and then engages the defense. And he's a downhill runner. He looks for the contact, and usually he's the guy that's delivering the punch when you get in a crowded area.
Man, he's having a day. He averages only 23 yards a game. He's already over that here in the first half. Bama looking for the touchdown. 2nd man through. Big collision and did not get in. Held at the line of scrimmage. Castile. What a shot put on by Roderick Johnson.
When we talked about him, it was Marcus Brown who got the start, but down here in goal line situations, they used both Roderick Johnson and Marcus Brown. It was Johnson who was the first guy to arrive at Tim Castile.
And he did arrive.
He did arrive.
He saw just a little daylight there as they were blocking low, trying to let Castile go over them. It'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. McLean and Castile in the backfield. Try it again. Castile goal line. Touchdown! They get it in. Oklahoma State can't believe it. They didn't think they crossed the line. Andre Sexton was saying no, no, no. But the officials say touchdown, and Alabama's on the board again.
Well, you're going to see him pull Mike Johnson, the left guard, who came in for Justin Britt, but they get north and south with Tim Castile, their short yardage specialist, and I may take a look at this one.
You better hurry up.
Wow.
There's the look.
And the officials see it just like we did. I don't think the football got in. And it's going to be 4th down for Alabama on the inch line.
So there'll be an official review here. Did his knee go down before he pushed the ball across the line?
What tremendous push up front. And it was number 20, Andre Sexton, the safety, coming up. And I think the football is going to come down just short of the goal line. You see him right here. The knee is going to go down right there. The football is down short. Well, you know, if it's touching, I don't know if there's enough evidence to overturn it now that you look at it from that angle.
You've got to have indisputable evidence that the call on the field was wrong. Otherwise, the call on the field stands. The call on the field is touchdown.
And keep in mind, the tip of the football just needs to touch the goal line, and it's a touchdown.
Breaking that plane, you're looking at the replays just as the replay officials are. They get all of the angles that we have for the broadcast.
I think it's going to hold up.
After review, the play stands as called on the field. Touchdown.
And that's a good call because I don't think there was indisputable evidence. And Alabama's on the board. Pretty good drive. Castile taking that one in for the touchdowns. He came in with 5 rushing touchdowns on the season. It's kind of funny because their leading ball carrier, Kenneth Darby, 200 carries, no TDs. Castile, 40 carries, 5 TDs. The extra point attempt is up, and it is good. Jamie Christensen puts it through. Great drive right there, as it was 9 plays, 80 yards, and 4:15.
Hey everybody, I'm Garth Brooks, proud alumni of Oklahoma State 1984, telling you that every road I've been on has led through Oklahoma State University. Be it from a new vaccine or a platinum dream, Oklahoma State will get you there. Trust me, I know. Parents, there's not a better school you can send your kids to. To the kids, there's not a more fun school you can go to. Trust me, I've been on both ends. Proud to say it. Oklahoma State, where every day, Cowboys achieve greatness.
Crimson. Crimson is USA Today's #1 academic All-America team. It's being 13th in the nation in National Merit Scholars, where America's best and brightest are mentored by the best and brightest. It's the pride of Alabama's flagship university. Crimson is the University of Alabama.
Hi, I'm Raphael Wright, president of PetroSun. On behalf of all of us at PetroSun, I would like to say how honored we are to sponsor the 2006 PetroSun Independence Bowl. Bowl season is a tradition this time of the year that will always give us reasons to come together to cheer a favorite team. And just as importantly, be with our family and friends who love college football. It reminds us in the spirit of the holidays to count the blessings we receive and remember those less fortunate. To all of today's participants, fans, those watching at home, and to all our brave soldiers overseas, we would like to wish you and your loved ones a safe holiday season and a happy new year.
That is Raphael Wright, South Familia football fans. Hall of Fame he entered this year. Dallas Cowboys 67-79, an offensive tackle, defensive end out of Valley State. And now the president of PetroSun, Raphael Wright, Fort Valley State. where he went to college.
Well, he gave his Hall of Fame speech. It's supposed to be 10 minutes long, and he went about 22 minutes. And he said, hey, I waited 22 years. I'm going 22 minutes. So a minute for every year that he waited. And that's all right by me.
That's perfectly all right. All right, we're still in the first half. 2:30 left to go. As 17-14 now. Cowboys on top. They'll get the football back, taken at the 7-yard line. That is Grant Jones, dangerous runner. Jones 30, 35. Boy, has he been consistent up to the 36. He averages 30 yards a return, number 1 in the nation when it comes to those kick returns. Let's check in with Reese Davis. Reese.
All right, Gary, coming up on the Smith-Barney halftime report, we'll talk about Michigan's passing fancy and what USC can do to defend it, and a giant acquisition and somewhat surprising one in San Francisco. Basketball coaches you guys talked about, Bob Knight on the brink of history, all coming up in a bit.
All right, that'll be in our halftime. That's going to be carried up to near midfield. Good run right there for 10 yards. Prince Hall moved in on the hit, and that is going to be a first down. That'll stop the clock. So right back comes Oklahoma State.
Yeah, and you see them kind of changing tempo again, getting to the line of scrimmage, getting a play call, and they're going to go right away and run the football as soon as the official sets the football.
Bobby Reed, that double threat, boy, you cannot leave him alone. Give him a chance to run. He dumps it off. That'll be incomplete on the far side. A flag goes down. And it's going to go against the offense. Oklahoma State's going to have a holding call. And both of these coaches are going to have to talk to the players about these penalties. We know part of it's the rust of not having played for a month.
Holding, 75 of the offense. 10 yards to previous spot. Repeat first down.
But it's hurting.
Yeah, Corey Hilliard, he's just trying to save Bobby Reed here. He's got a little leakage in the pass protection, and right there, I got to tackle you. That's right. Get him off me. Those are the kind as a quarterback you don't mind. You say, hey, big fella, we'll work to get it back, but thanks a lot when you're watching the film the next day.
Hilliard said I might have got the penalty, but at least you didn't get hit. There you see the penalties then. They've not just been penalties, they've affected the game. First down and 20 in the pocket, gets hit. Dumps it off at the 40-yard line, and a gain of another 3 in the carry. That is Keith Toston. That'll be an 8-yard gain total, but not even back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I tell you, Bobby looks like he's struggling a little bit. His feet aren't under him where he can get any power on the throw, and that's why I think everything's kind of skipping in to his receivers. He's got to just stand in there, be strong in the pocket.
Bobby Reed, that sophomore quarterback, on the handoff. That'll be brought downfield to about the 44-yard line. That is Toston again. Keep an eye on the clock now. You got 1:27 left to go. Both teams with timeouts remaining, and they'll use them here because they've got a chance, if not for the TD, at least to get within field goal range again for Oklahoma State. They've got 1 timeout remaining. Reed, he's telling Reed, Mike Gundy was, good use of the timeout. That's okay. I think Reed was a little concerned as to whether or not he should have used it there or not.
Well, you see the rushing yards, just total domination by Oklahoma State, and that does 2 things for you. You establish dominance on the ground as well as chew up some clock. And underneath, Dantrell Savage, nice little move inside. He can run between the tackles for a smaller guy. And then you see the gear that he has once he hits it coming downhill. Keith Toston as well has provided a nice little spark getting himself into the end zone, but Oklahoma State on the ground has totally dominated this football game and the line of scrimmage. You get the offensive linemen involved. They like having fun. Hey, run behind us. They want to take credit. They don't get much credit up front, but they like it when they get it.
Both those guys have touchdowns. Savage has got 68 yards, 10 carries. Toston 32 on 5. And TDs. All right, let's take a look at today's Aflac trivia question and answer.
Really surprised.
Duck out of there. When was the last time an Alabama player rushed for at least 1,000 yards 3 consecutive seasons?
It's never happened. And Kenneth Darby can do it today with a 180-yard performance to become the first player. But the way Oklahoma State has been playing the run, it is going to be tough. Unless he gets most of it in the second half of this football game, it may not happen in 2006.
Not only that, there was medical attention being rendered to Darby down on the sideline. Looks like he's okay. We'll see. And this conversion is going to be carried to the 40. And who's got the football?
It came out and it got kicked forward. And it looks like Oklahoma State not only is going to come up with a fumble recovery, but they'll get a couple of extra yards to go along with it.
Good work in the interior line to hang on to that football. Running out of time here. They still got a timeout to use. Minute 19 remaining. Clock stops while they move the markers. See that football squirted ahead. First down and 10. They want to get in field goal range if they can. Throwing down the middle. That's going to be caught at the 25-yard line. You talk about throwing through defenders. Brandon Pettigrew, a 15-yard reception.
Yeah, and that one Bobby Reed stepped into. He knew where he was going with the football, saw and read the coverage, and then delivered a nice strike for a first down.
Alabama defense is going to rise up now as they've only got 3 down linemen. Reed on the handoff inside the 20 and inside the 15-yard line. That is Tostin again on the carry. And again, the clock will be stopped. Another first down. Johnson moved up on the hit. Oklahoma State moving the football. Under a minute to go in the first half. Clock starts as they set the football.
Yeah, plenty of time. They still got the time out in their back pocket and just want to take it down where you don't leave Alabama with anything on the clock.
Reed looking to the near side. It is caught and taken out of bounds at the 7-yard line. That is Woods for a 7-yard gain.
Let's go back and take a look at this fumble. When Jawan Simpson for Alabama is going to have an opportunity to pick this thing up. It squirts forward, like you mentioned, gets kicked. Instead of just falling on the football, right there, it comes out, and Johnny on the spot is Keith Tostin, who comes up, fights him for the football, gets it back. It's a first down for Oklahoma State as opposed to Alabama having the football going down with a couple of with 3 timeouts trying to score.
That is a big play not made by Alabama. Touchdown! Tostin, 3 yards. What a drive in the closing moments of the first half for Oklahoma State.
It's like salt in the wound when you have an opportunity to force a turnover, get the football back, and then Oklahoma State, they take advantage of it. And as Keith Tostin getting himself into the end zone, but a second chance when you should have just fallen on that football to come up with it and get your offense on the field.
Tostin, 2 touchdowns today. He's got 6 on the season. And that is a big score to increase that lead to 23-14. Ricks is out again for the extra point. So both of these teams showing some offense here in the first half. It is up, and it is good. So they get one in the final minute of the first half. Oklahoma State, the Cowboys now with a 24-14 lead. That's a back-breaking kind of score in this football game here, and as you're moving towards the half. Want to remind you, we're moving to some more great football tonight at 8 Eastern ESPN. You talk about offenses, the Texas A&M Aggies will be meeting another high-powered offense, the Cal Bears, who are ranked 20th. It's the Pacific Life Holiday Bowl. You'll see it tonight 8 Eastern on ESPN, part of Capital One Bowl week.
All right, this is speed versus power. Cal with the speed and A&M with the power. Big Jaworski lane running between the tackles, but Cal, a lot of speed on the outside. Marshawn Lynch inside running the football. It should be an exciting football game.
Pac-10 co-champs with USC for the Golden Bears, and with their quarterback Longshore with the 23 TDs. There is Tostin on the sideline. He's had himself a big first half. Oklahoma State and Boise State are the only 2 teams who both rush and pass for over 200 yards a game, and you're seeing that balance in this game.
Yeah, it is, and you start to see Bobby Reed kind of get some rhythm to him. He's got 2 backs that are just kind of that are going off here in the first half, in Savage and Tostin. So when you mix that together, the run and the pass, defenses don't know what you're doing. They're off balance the entire time, and now Oklahoma State starting to assert itself in this football game.
Oklahoma State, minute 49 to get that touchdown. They covered 64 yards on 8 plays. And as we said, put it both in the air and on the ground to get there. Bruce Redden waiting to kick off here.
I'm always thinking offensive. So 41 seconds, 3 timeouts.
Yeah.
We're going to the house.
Yeah.
Once it hits 0, so I'm not going to leave any scoring opportunities here in Shreveport. If I'm Joe Kynes, I'm going down and I'm going to try to get some points.
Now what Redden wants to do is make sure nobody can return it, because Arenas and Johnson, who are back for Alabama, are magnificent return artists. They won't do it here. Boy, as he kicked the football, wind or no wind, he's put the ball deep every time. Let's get out of Todd Harris.
Well, Gary, as we both know, our Andre Whale is all about offense and chocolate. But in this situation, Alabama may just take a knee because their starting center, Antoine Caldwell, and their left guard, Justin Britt, both in the locker room. They left about a minute or two ago with injuries.
Well, he's letting all my secrets out.
He is, isn't he? Chocolates?
Chocolate.
You?
Caramel apples. I had a weakness.
It was very good last night. I'm glad you shared that.
I need counseling for chocolate.
I'll counsel you. Give it to me. Hand it over. They do go straight ahead rather than going for long yardage. That'll be a 4-yard gain to the 24. That is Darby on the carry. Darby, career-wise, over 3,300 yards. Came into the game with 11 touchdowns scored for the senior, playing in his final game for Alabama. And they're going to let it go right there with the final 10 seconds ticking off here at the Petro-Sun Independence Bowl in Shreveport. They'll take it to the locker room with a fine offensive performance by both teams, but Oklahoma State getting a key touchdown in the final minute of the first half extended their lead to 24-14. And we remind you again of what's up for grabs. You've got two teams here who on the year are both 6-6. So one of these teams will end up below 500. Let's get out of Todd.
Coach Kynes, it's been a while since you were the head coach. What do you tell your team at half?
We just got to stop that little inside trap. You know, the option didn't hurt us much. We playing pretty hard. We just got to stop that inside thing. Offensively, we kind of sputtered around, got the ball in the end zone. You know, defensively, we got to get out off the field on that 2-minute drive.
With key injuries to your offensive line, what do you do in the second half?
Oh, we're just go play. We just got to keep playing.
Thank you, Coach.
He has a magnificent personality, I'll tell you that. All right, there's your score. Oklahoma State, the Cowboys leading at 24-14. Our Smith Barney halftime report. Let's go to Reese Davis. Reese.
Gary, Joe Kynes is a walking quote machine, and he delivers them with a gravelly foghorn voice. That's Southern college football right there. Smith Barney halftime report. Glad to have you along. Todd Blackledge, Lou Holtz, and Mark May. 24 points in the first half for Oklahoma State. Alabama gave up more than that in a game only 2 times this year, LSU and Florida. Bobby Reed, the stats aren't great, but he's a big reason why.
Because he manages their offense so well. And you look at Bobby Reed, 6'3", 230 pounds, runs that spread option offense. You see him back there in shotgun formation with those white and burnt orange uniforms. Kind of reminds you of a quarterback that plays a little farther south in Oklahoma. Remember that guy? He's starting for the Tennessee Titans now?
Vince Young?
Yes. Kind of reminds you a little bit of Vince Young, the way that he operates their offense. But he's just a sophomore.
Texas fans just fell off of their chairs right now.
I said a little bit now.
Yeah. You know, the other thing about this offense, and the thing that helps Bobby Reed, is they got a good, solid running game. And we talked about at the beginning of the show, this is one of the only of 2 teams in all of college football that average over 200 yards running and passing. The other team, undefeated Boise State, who's playing in the Fiesta Bowl. So it's an offense that's friendly to the quarterback because it doesn't put all the pressure on Bobby Reed to make a play and win every single play. Good running game, good passing game opens everything up.
Yeah, but I've watched Alabama all year, and Joe Kynes' defense has been outstanding. Giving up 18 points a game, gave up 24 in the first half. It might be because Joe Kynes also is acting as a head coach. It's very difficult to be the coordinator and the head coach, whatever the reason. Alabama's defense not the same as it has been for the past several games.
You make an interesting point because Mike Shula, though he didn't have the title, was the de facto offensive coordinator and head coach at Alabama. 2 trips to the red zone for the Crimson Tide, 2 scores, solved that problem, at least for the first half. And then the defense rears its ugly head, and Oklahoma State looked impressive in the first half. 24-14, the Pokes have the lead at the break. Still to come here on the Smith Barney halftime report. And a day full of football. Fighting Texas Aggies, Stephen McGee going to try to get past Cal, those sturdy Golden Bears. Also look ahead to Rutgers, see if they can make their point later tonight.
This halftime report is brought to you by Smith Barney. Come to Smith Barney, where wealth works.
Capital One Bowl Week continues through January 1st on ESPN.
Most capable Wranglers, now available with 2 and 4 doors, a new species from Jeep.
Jared here with the champ, John Cena. Everyone knows Subway restaurants for delicious low-fat subs, like this 6-inch Subway Club. Order a foot long, and it's still less than half the fat of a McDonald's Big Mac. The real surprise, it's got twice the meat, so it fills me up without slowing me down. Wow. Less fat, more meat. Less fat, more meat. The delicious foot-long Subway Club. Less than half the fat of a McDonald's Big Mac, but twice the meat. Subway. Eat fresh!
The Smith-Barney Halftime Report.
At the break in Shreveport, Oklahoma State with a 24-14 lead over Alabama. And coming up a little bit later on tonight on ESPN, Capital One Bowl Week will roll on with the Pacific Life Holiday Bowl. 8 o'clock Eastern Time, Texas A&M following their victory over Texas against the sturdy Golden Bears of Cal. Terrific coaching matchup in that one. Jeff Tedford against Dennis Franchione. You can see it on ESPN HD at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Let's play a little take your pick, guys. The Holiday Bowl, Pacific Life Holiday Bowl, always one of the more entertaining games. You going with the Aggies or the Bears?
I'm going with the Bears. I think two excellent offenses, but I think the Bears a little bit stronger, more well-rounded. I think it's important that Nate Longshore plays well quarterback, though, because the last 3 games, his completion percentage went from 65% to 45%. He has to play well, but I think they'll win.
I'm going to pick Texas A&M, although it scares me because a team that normally plays outstanding in their last game like A&M did against Texas usually doesn't play very well in the bowl game. However, the fact California has not played very well in the last couple of bowl games, I've got to go with Texas A&M and McGee at quarterback.
Well, I'm going with Texas A&M for other reasons. I'm going because they're very physical, and I don't know if Cal can handle how physical this team is. When they played against physical teams like USC and Tennessee, they folded. And plus, Javorsky Lane, 6 foot, 275, 85, whatever he is, running back,
depends on
19 rushing touchdowns. When he gets inside the 5-yard line, he sees cheeseburgers on the other side of the goal line. He's gonna score touchdowns, 19 of them this year.
You think Lou's conflicted on the Pacific Life Holiday
He's
Bowl?
going Cal.
Cal, A&M, Cal. What about the Texas Bowl? Rutgers, after really a great season, one of the great stories in college football this year. The Scarlet Knights going back to a bowl game. We got Kansas State in the Texas Bowl.
Yeah, I like Rutgers. I just think that for guys like Brian Leonard, 5th-year seniors, guys who were 1-11 their first year, they've seen a complete turnaround. I think it's time to pay it off. I think the running game of Rutgers will be the difference. I like the Scarlet Knights.
And I like Kansas State. Greg Schiano's done a tremendous job. But Ron Prince, a head coach, first year at Kansas State, hadn't gotten near enough recognition for the great job he's done. Plus, Mike Teal's had a wonderful year. But I want to tell you, Josh Freeman, the freshman quarterback, 6'6", 238 pounds, is a load and is capable of putting the entire Kansas State team on his back, carrying him to victory, which I think he will.
Well, that's if he plays against Rutgers as he played against Texas with the 3 touchdown throws. But if he plays against the remaining 11 opponents that he did this year, I think he's going to have a tough time scoring. But I like Rutgers in this game because of Greg Schiano and because he's also the defensive coordinators of Rutgers. This team is 10 wins this season, 10-2. Their defense is ranked in the top 10 in almost every statistical category. I like Rutgers defense to get the job done.
I tell you what, though, I think Lou's right. Future star. We'll be talking about it next year with Josh Freeman. No question.
But Ron Prince, the coach at Kansas State, has not got enough credit. He's done a great job.
Another future star.
Yes.
Dude, he might be making a few of those coaching carousel lists before it's all said and done. Done a great job in his first year in Manhattan. We'll continue on the Smith-Barney halftime report. The Patriot Bowl, the grandfather of all of them. The Rose Bowl, USC and Michigan. Just how will the Trojans deal with the big play Michigan attack?
If your wealth isn't working for you, then neither is your financial advisor. Smith-Barney Financial Advisors have on average 16 years of industry experience. We don't sell our own mutual funds, so we can offer independent advice. And only Smith-Barney Financial Advisors have direct access to the depth of Citigroup's global resources. Experience, independence, depth. Come to Smith-Barney, where wealth works.
love football because it gives us the opportunity to show what we can do. Introducing the Canon Digital Rebel XTI. With 10 megapixels and over 70 years of Canon innovation built right in. The Canon Rebel, America's favorite way to shoot America's favorite sport.
If there were a store in your town called Peace of Mind, would you pay it a visit? Across America, in towns big and small, there is such a place, New York Life. It starts with our values of financial strength, integrity, and humanity, and continues with our agents. So look for us in your town. You may already know our people, and we are confident that peace of mind is why New York Life is the company you keep.
I was an offensive lineman for 4 years. I no longer wear pads, but I still carry a lot of weight on my shoulders.
There are over 360,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
How proud are you? How strong are you? How imposing can you be? The best way to prove yourself is to play in a game like this. USC, Michigan. In the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl game, presented by Citi, New Year's Day.
How big would it be for Mike Hart to come back next year from Michigan? How good would the Wolverine backfield be? Very. Mike Hart, 7th leading rusher in the nation, says if he's not done at Ann Arbor and he will return for his senior year, so too will Chad Henne. But they have more pressing business at hand in the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl, Michigan and USC. And though Hart has been a dynamic runner all season long, Wolverine offense at its best when it was making big plays down the field, the early part of the season when Mario Manningham was most healthy. Merrill Hodge breaks down the Wolverine attack.
Michigan has tremendous balance with their offense. The foundation is running the football. But it's when they go to throw the football that is so intriguing. They will keep 5, 6, 7 guys in to block so they can throw the ball down the field. That is rare in college. Great example here against Notre Dame, how they set the protection up. Tight end goes across the formation. Notre Dame sneaks a blitzer down there, thinking they're going to take advantage because the tight end went away. But here's what Michigan does. Tight end stays to block. They slide the protection out to that blitzer. Now at the top of the screen, Mario Manningham has time to run an out and up. A route that takes a long time to develop. That means you need time in the pocket. Because of the protection, Chad Henne's going to be able to throw the ball down the field. Completion for Michigan. But from the end zone, you get to see what is the foundation for Michigan. Tight end came across, remember? He stays in the block. The back stays in the block. 7 blockers to protect for Chad Henne. That gives him the time to throw it down to Mario Manningham for the explosive play. USC has tremendous speed on defense. There's no question about that. They can match up to the wide receivers. The key for USC, will they find ways to get after Chad Henne?
And that is what they'll need to do, put a little pressure on him if they're going to stop the Michigan big plays. Tough.
Yeah, you got to get pressure on the quarterback. You got to pressure Chad Henne. I think the best way you pressure Chad Henne, though, is you stop Mike Hart in the running game, because Michigan averages 189 yards a game rushing, and their big passing plays, a lot of them come off of play action or a run look. And so in order to stop the passing game, you got to first stop the running game, and that allows you to dictate, make them one-dimensional, dictate when they pass the football. Then you can go after the quarterback a little bit better.
So they've been much different this year as opposed to last year when they struggled running the football. They've been able to run it, and their passing games open back up, Mark.
And both teams have magnificent athletes on both sides of the ball. What I'm really looking forward to in this Rose Bowl is watching both teams compete. Out of the 44 starters, we're looking at 25 future NFL draft picks minimum. I think that's key. You'll see all 32 NFL scouts at this game looking for the 2007, 2008, and 2009 draft picks out of this game. You look at the talent: Michael Hart, Mario Manningham, Jake Long, Leon Hall. Not only that, Dwayne Jarrett, Sam Baker, Steve Smith. You've got offensive linemen, wide receivers, running backs, quarterbacks at every single position. There's meat on the hoof for the NFL draft.
I'll tell you, I'm looking forward to one thing. For Michigan to win this football game, they have to be much better than Southern Cal. When I was at Ohio State under Wood we went to the Rose Bowl. He told the team, we have to be a lot better because of the distractions and the fact that the other team is more like at home. And that is really true. Consequently, I think Michigan will win this football game. But in order to win it, they got to be a lot better than Southern Cal to make up for the difference in the environment.
What were the distractions?
Not a lot of palm trees in Ann Arbor and Columbus.
Well, not only that, you're away, you're in the hotel, you got laundry, you got everything else. These guys go home, they have cars, they got girlfriends, they know where they are, they've been there. It makes a big difference. That's why the Pac-10 had such a big lead for a while.
Football players wouldn't have girlfriends during the season.
No,
I mean, no, of course not.
Coaches don't, but players
Well, they better not. They'll be telling Miss Holmes, you better We'll continue on the Smith-Barney halftime report, and when we do, we'll tell you about a big deal in baseball, and there's a big catch from Darius Bowman. Somebody wants a helmet sticker later on tonight.
Plenty of sunshine through today with seasonal temperatures. We should reach our normal climate.
What a marvelously glorious looking shaver. What a superbly spectacular marvel of rotating titanium.
I love this shaver. For a close, comfortable shave, get the new Remington Titanium Rotary. This holiday, give and ye shall receive. Visit our website for a limited time offer.
Don't do it, man!
But it's only $1.
This only costs $1. KFC Buffalo Snacker, 100% breast meat, loaded with buffalo sauce.
Buffalo for $1?
Buffalo for $1.
This train's going to Buffalo?
The 99-cent Buffalo Snacker only from KFC. Where else can you find 100% breast meat smothered in authentic buffalo sauce for just 99 cents? That's right, just like the original KFC Snacker, it's still just 99 cents. Your dollar goes further at KFC.
What's your resolution? More power, capability, space. During Nissan's National Year-End Sales Event, get the next generation Sentra 2.0S from just $15,650, or drive home the next generation Nissan Altima. Plus, get up to $1,000 bonus cash on select Nissans on top of all other incentives through January 2nd.
This is the best time of the year, and it's only at your Toyota dealer. It's Toyotathon, the perfect time to save on many of the Toyotas you've been wishing for, like a new Camry, which was voted the 2007 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Lease a new 2007 Camry now for just $229 a month, or lease a new sporty 2007 RAV4 for just $269 a month. The Toyotathon year-end sales event. Hurry, time is running out.
This halftime report is brought to you by Smith Barney. Come to Smith Barney, where wealth works.
Bob Knight on the brink of having history all to himself. 879 victories in his glorious career, and he can move past Dean Smith tonight. 9 o'clock Eastern Time on ESPN2 against UNLV, Texas Tech, and the Runnin' Rebels as Bob Knight tries to move past Dean Smith on the all-time victories list. Got a message for all you moms out there. If you've got lefties, send them to the backyard. Make them work on the control. Barry Zito, 7 years, mayday. Listen to this. $126 million to move across the Bay.
I can throw the curve. I can throw that curve.
I tell you what, Mayday, you can do anything.
Mike Fratello has been fired by the Grizzle after his team's 6-24 start. Jake Delhomme has been upgraded to probable for Sunday's game against the Saints, and Louisville getting ready for the FedEx Orange Bowl. They will be without cornerback Gavin Smart, who suffered a broken leg in practice. Capital One Bowl Week hits high gear tomorrow. We'll start noon Eastern Time with our coverage. First game of the day, the Gaylord Hotel's Music City Bowl, Clemson and Kentucky. This is one of those bowl games that will test who really wants to be there.
Amen.
And then in the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, South Carolina and Houston. Houston, the high-powered offense, veteran quarterback in Kevin Cobb. Chance to go against a very good defense from South Carolina. And then the Champs Sports Bowl, Purdue and Maryland at 8 o'clock Eastern Time Painter and Hollenbach, the two quarterbacks there, capable of putting up big numbers. See the Boilers and the Terps. Matt Caddell making a diving catch in the end zone for the Crimson Tide, but Alabama down 10 to the Pokes at the break. Second half from Shreveport coming up.
He's dead. 27 years I worked with him, building up the business from nothing. He never took a sick day in his life. And bang, a heart attack. And now I have a new partner and a 51% shareholder. His 24-year-old kid. I think I'm about to have a heart attack.
Throw out your notions of what you can talk about with a financial advisor. Come to Smith Barney, where wealth works.
There's no way to hide it. If you drive drunk, we will find you. Cops everywhere are stepping up enforcement and cracking down like never before.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight? Sir, have you been drinking this evening?
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
Make no mistake, you will get caught and you will be arrested. Over the limit, under arrest.
Welcome back to ESPN's presentation of Capital One Bowl Week.
We welcome you back. Our Petro-Sun Independence Bowl coverage from Shreveport, Louisiana. And right now, it has been the Cowboys of Oklahoma State who've had the better of it, 24-14, but both offensive putting some numbers up. Welcome back, everybody. And in the first half, we saw a rushing game. You keep that ball on the ground in bowl games, you can advance it, Andre, you got a pretty good chance of winning the football game.
I think for Alabama, certainly you got to go to the ground game. That's where you had your success. That's where you got yourself on the scoreboard, and you can establish some dominance up front. When they went away from that, started throwing the football around, it gave Oklahoma State some opportunities to stop them, first of all, and then get some scoring opportunities of their own.
Andre, while not a lot of teams use it anymore, we've seen it over the years, decades in college football, the option is very tough to defend against when you got a quarterback who can run and pass.
Oh, absolutely. When you have a guy like Bobby Reed who can put some pressure on the defense on the edges with his legs, and then all of a sudden you bring in an element of play action. You stick it in there, play action pass, and then move it, drop back and sling one over the top. They are one of two teams, you mentioned it, that average 200 yards in the air, 200 yards on the ground, and we see why in this football game.
Boise State is the other. We are ready to go. Alabama had the option at the start of the football game and declined. They will take the football.